Taser them candles. Taser. Okay. Hello, my pretties. The witch is back. Today we're going to talk about Hekate, daughter of Perses, the Titan god of destruction, and Asteria, the Titan god of divination. Hekate is the Greek goddess of magic, witchcraft, night, and the moon. She is often depicted as three entities. Sometimes she has three heads. Sometimes, like in this depiction, she has three bodies. So she's also often associated with the triple moon or the maiden, mother, and crone symbolism. This is because she's connected to and has power in the three realms of the cosmos: the earth, the sea, and the sky. She is also a goddess of the underworld. Hekate has a lot of symbolism: torches, snakes, dogs, blades, keys. We'll talk about keys because the keys are my favorite. One big thing about Hekate is she has access to all of the realms. She is a key bearer of the underworld and a goddess of liminal spaces. There are a lot of stories of her helping people cross over into the underworld, and the keys also represent unlocking knowledge and personal transformation. Since I was a small child, I have had an obsession with collecting keys, and I didn't really fully understand why until I learned more about Hekate. Even growing up as a half Greek kid myself and going to Greece, Hekate did not have the widespread acknowledgement there that I think she deserved at the time. It was a long time ago. Maybe things are different now. So as a child, I personally deeply associated with Artemis because also goddess of the moon and goddess that has a lot of animals, especially dog symbolism. But I also hoarded keys. Here are some of my keys. Here are some keys. This whole jar is just full of keys that I have collected over many years. I can't even show you all of my keys because I've got them hanging on the walls. I've got them hanging on doors. I've got necklaces that are keys. I've got keychains that are keys. Not working keys, like, the other keys that would be on my keychain. So I'd like to believe that all of this time I was collecting these keys for her. She is also depicted carrying torches to illuminate your path and guide you from one realm to the other. Hekate can be an intense deity. Yeah. Talking about you. She is not exactly for the faint of heart. And while she will guide you and ultimately do you good, it will not be a gentle road to get there. The path with Hekate is one of shadow work. It is one of outgrowing, leaving behind the old, and sometimes that can be really hard or really painful to do. It is said that Hekate will often find you when you are feeling like you're at rock bottom or you are stuck at a crossroads and you don't know which direction to go. So going with Hekate will often be a rough journey, but a worthy one. And we're talking about her right now because modern Hecatean devotees have declared November 16th to be Hecate's night. This is a night of ritual, of feasts, of offerings, and there are some who also celebrate the death walk or crossroads rituals with her on November 30th. While I can't find any exact historical associations as to why those two specific dates, perhaps November 30th is because the 30th day of the Greek calendar is based off of the lunar cycles, so the 30th day would be the dark moon, but it's entirely possible I didn't dig far enough. And either way, it is totally valid as religions and practices change over time and adapt to modern day calendars. And I would guess that November is particularly associated with her because we are entering the winter months now. November is sort of in between seasons. It's after the harvest, and we are headed on this path of death, of darkness, of winter. So given her ability to walk between worlds, especially the underworld, it is a good time to honor her. Oh, I hear a dog. Perfect timing for a dog to show up for Hekate. She loves dogs. She loves you. She does. She loves dogs. Hekate is a moon goddess, as I mentioned, but she is specifically associated with the dark moon. So there's also a tradition, Hekate's Deipnon, Hekate's dinner, that is doing the same kind of feast and offerings to Hekate on the dark moon. So if you are sad that you missed Hecate's night on November 16th, you can do this any night in November or any month of the year on the dark moon. Food offerings to Hecate include honey, eggs, garlic, fish, mushrooms, wine, or pastries and breads in the shape of crescent moons. I'm gonna make these little shortbread moon cookies for her this weekend. You can incorporate any of these into a feast that you are going to consume in her honor, like to celebrate her. Or if you're going to do any offerings for these, you can leave them at your personal altar, at an altar dedicated to her, or at a crossroads or doorway. Ideally, it would be a crossroads with 3 roads. Other offerings include herbs or incense, such as lavender, mugwort, bay leaf, sage, rosemary, myrrh. She is also known for her knowledge of herbs and plants, especially poisonous ones. So if you're going to pursue that, please do that with an abundance of caution. On my Hecate altar, I also like to leave crystals such as amethyst, black tourmaline, obsidian, and labradorite. Many will leave offerings to Hecate when they are at a crossroads in their life and need guidance. For a lot of modern witches, the guidance that they may be seeking is guidance on their magical journey, on their path of witchcraft. If you're going to leave something at a crossroads, it is tradition for you to not look back. After you have turned around, continue walking. You may hear dogs barking in the distance as you are walking away, and those are Hecate's hounds. As the goddess of witchcraft and magic, I also believe that a valid offering to her is the continued practice or gaining new knowledge on witchcraft. Learning or practicing magic could be a tribute in itself. Beyond feasts and offerings, I also find that divination works particularly well with her this time of year. I personally find pendulum divination works the best. Thank you for being here. Marilyn doesn't want to. Thor and I are gonna go eat some moon cookies and give our offerings to Hecate. We appreciate you watching. If you would like more of a deity series, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Moon cookies!